Ashford artist Beanie.
Les choses ont changé après un scandale en 1714, quand Dame Evina est rentrée de soirée après le...
Ah, vous voulez parler de
Со своим творением и в записях часто именовал.
Made, and it finally was put on something like 4 or 5 years too late. And when the fight actually happened, wondering, well, I was left wondering, well, yeah, we've just seen Mayweather win that, win it comfortably, but what might have happened earlier when Pacquiao was on such a roll? It might have been different.
Yeah, and I think that we get that now anyway with Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. I think that their best days with both of those guys are behind them. You know, not saying that they're not at a certain level still, but I just think that, you know, the peak Fury and the peak Anthony Joshua may have gone now. You know, they're 36 years of age. They've been around a long, long time. They've had long, hard careers, and they've been instrumental in bringing boxing back to the forefront. That is for sure. But as a boxing fan, at whatever level they're at, and they may be running side by side on levels right now, you go, we need to see it. We want to see it, and I do believe we get it.
Well, if you, last time I covered a big fight at Wembley, I was on the train on the way back into London to go to a hotel afterwards, and everybody on there, including a lot of Usyk fans, they were all wanting to ask what I thought and what each other thought about the possibility of Fury and Joshua. I think that's the one which still crosses the divide, isn't it? It drags in the non-committed fight fans, if you like. You don't have to be a die-hard fight fan, a real aficionado, to know all about Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. You know, it's got that crossover appeal, and that's why it's financially, and I think for the good of the sport, still needs to happen.
Well, you talk about who's, like, you know, the big question around those two when those names are mentioned are who's got the best machine, you know, who's had the best run, etc., etc. You go, they've both achieved so much in the ring. They've both been great fighters in the ring. You look at what they've both done outside of the ring as well, and that's why there's that crossover appeal. That's why they reach outside of your boxing fan, because they've both been, you know, inspirational in their own paths. Anthony Joshua, where he come from and where he got to, winning that gold medal, two-time world heavyweight champion, British Commonwealth champion, and you look at that, the kid where he come from, and Tyson Fury, you know, that rise to winning that world title, going over to Germany, beating the long-reigning Klitschko, and then derailing and going off the rails, ballooning up in weight, and myself, yourself, we looked at him at one point and thought, there's no way this kid comes back. Too much of a mess.
For me, that was the most extraordinary thing of all. It was a guy who went up outside the ring to something like 29 stones. He was drinking like a fish, and he was, you know, abusing himself in other ways as well, which he's agreed to and since then. And yet he found a way to go back and do what he did in those 3 fights against Deontay Wilder.
And that first fight, you know, the draw against Deontay Wilder, when he got knocked down there in that, was it the 11th round, and he went over and you saw him rise, you know, he saw him just rise out of nowhere, and it was just quite extraordinary.
I thought he was going to be down there for 10 minutes.
Oh, absolutely. I thought there was no way he was getting up, and at the count of 8, I'm surprised the ref was even counting, because he was actually sleeping. He looked like he was in a sick sleep as well, and he come up out of nowhere and you go, what a man, what a turnaround. And the way
Show goes out, I've stolen something when I haven't, have you got anything to say? They weren't interested, and they just said, okay, you know.
That trilogy that they both had took a lot out of both of them.
Oh, no.
And I don't think we've seen the best of both of them.
Well, Wilder's looked like a shot fighter, haven't they, since then?
Yeah, absolutely. Tyson Fury's not been at his game either since then, and you would understand that, because that will go down in history. You know, when you're talking about like Ali versus Frazier, and you know, you look at those sort of fights where you go, they're memorable trilogies, and you look at those and you go, Tyson Fury, even Riddick Bowe and Evander Holyfield, you know, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder goes into that category. So whatever they decide to do, whatever they want to do, they just keep in the ring one more time with AJ to tell us who's the best British fighter of this modern era.
And we don't need belts, do we? You know,
No, we don't.
they almost didn't need belts for Deontay Wilder either. You got the impression, certainly by the time it got round to the third fight, it didn't matter what the belt was, they just wanted to be the champion of the other man. And I think that Fury and Joshua's like that. You know, we could call it the Talk Sport belt. We'll get behind it. We'll say, this is worthwhile. We'll put our name to it.
You started something there, because let's call it the TalkSport belt, because then we're guaranteed to be there. Brilliant.
But that's the thing, isn't it? You know, it festers within them. Even though the years have ticked by, it's still there. Who's the better man and who's going to prove it?
Absolutely. Listen, John, look, they've both been world champions. They've both been world champions a couple of times over now, so their legacies are cemented in their own rights in winning world titles. It doesn't matter what's on the line now. And if you look at the, you know, the new crop of fighters that are coming through and where these titles fragment and where they go once Alexander Usyk
Quite chilly out there now in my shorts. It's not chilly actually in the tent. It's chilly when you get out of the tent. Actually got one more load of washing to do. Done about 6 loads of washing today. Right. What's the time? Time we whacked some records on, don't you think? As it's my birthday. And where's me Baileys? Got 2 bottles. Got the normal one. And I've got the chocolate one. Made with Belgian chocolate. This one in this blue bottle. Very Moorish though, that one. Saying that, I don't get pissed out. Probably due to my medication. It makes me kind of, don't know. Does something to me. I can't say I'm a big fan of drinking. But the only thing I do drink is this. I'm a sucker for a dairy product. Right, let's whack these. Let's whack the tunes on to start with. Which means, in fact, I might put my new jacket on just to be a bit different. Got a new jacket, new cycling jacket. Back, I'm gonna take this off, put my cycling jacket on. Another little birthday treat. Yeah, it feels nice. Not just for cycling, for camping, but it is a cycling one. Feels weird. Bit bright though, isn't it? Yeah, I got this today. Windproof, rainproof. And also got this shirt today. This one. Which I quite like actually. In fact, what we'll do, as it's my birthday, we'll whack the two-tone t-shirt on. How about that? As we're going to play some two-tone. It's years. Anyway, hello to the new subscribers. I do believe we're at 920. Boom. Stuck on about 917 for a while. Yeah. Getting nearer to 1,000. Don't know what I'm going to do when we get to 1,000. Never thought we'd even get to 100. So 1,000. Anyway, if you're not already subscribed, please do so. Yeah. Mad, isn't it? Mad how YouTube works. But a few times I've hit the algorithm. You hit the algorithm and it's just crazy. I've hit that a few times. But then again, I suppose the algorithm had to work me out. Obviously, a lot of YouTubers just upload a video once a week or whatever. Well, I'm live every day. So the algorithm probably thought, hang on a minute, what's he doing? But yeah, I just prefer to interact live. But I suppose not everybody does that. But I bet a lot of people don't do it because they probably think, their YouTube won't work if they do it the way I'm doing it. It does. But obviously the channel that I run here is the channel we're all part of is a music channel, really, which are the hardest ones to. They're the hardest ones to make any money from, for sure. And they're the hardest ones to actually make work. So I feel quite accomplished. Yeah. I think it's the vinyl brings them in, man. You watch in a minute. What is it? 18 of you now, look, watching me. 25 of you. As soon as we get them techniques spinning, right, you watch the numbers. People just flock to the records. Yeah. Well, that's what I think. Anybody got any requests tonight? We're taking requests from Madness, the Specials, and the Beat, and the Selector, and Bad Manners. How about that? Anybody's got any requests? Please write them up down there. I'm going to get out of this glow in the dark top. But yeah, it's actually really warm, actually. I've just got this on. What did I pay? It was only what did I pay for it? I think it was £20. Bargain. Anyway. Right, what we need is we need a stiff drink to start with. Burgess Art started us off there. This is Scar Bad Manners. Certainly, sir. Certainly. Or certainly miss, who knows? Got a lot of female subscribers. Right, the Bad Manners. Here we go. Let me just plug this extension lead in. This is Scar. I got that. I got the LP. The only bummer here, well, you all get to see all my records. I bagged them up, so we're going to be going through all the records here. Look. That's UB40. I think it might be in here. One of these. No worries, mate. I don't know why I bother putting them in these bags. They always come out. Right, let's just grab a handful and we'll just have a little butcher's. Looks like the specials, man. Loads of specials, but I know it's in here. These are all just randomly put in here. So. Right, specials, Ghost Town. That's on the splattered vinyl. That's a US import. Holds very good money. Right. Best of the Specials. Live at the Moonlight Club. 2 10-inches. See that the numbers are going up already. I'm only looking at the records. This is Ghost Town, man. There we go, look. Protest songs. Encore. There we go, first bag ain't even, we've got no Bad Manners, just all the specials, but Dance Craze, I know it's here though. Tell you what, I'm going in this one, feeling lucky, oh, this could be all the Beat. Still, we got to get them out anyway, so I'm going to put them all in the band order. Right, and in there, it's got a yellow cover. That's UB40, look there. Signing off. UB40, this could just be a bag of UB40. Which was, coincidentally, my first collection. Yeah, this is all UB40. Yep. Let's go for this one. So I will get there in the end. We will find it. It's quite easy to find, really. It's got a big yellow cover. This is Madness, which have all got to come out. Madness, Madness, Madness. This is Madness, 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 and some more Madness. We're getting there. We're slowly getting through them. UB40. New Order, Selector, Funboy 3. Oh, here we go, look, Bad Manners, man. Because I pulled out Walking in the Sunshine, which means, oh, told you we had it. Any more requests, just let me know. As long as it's Bad Manners, the Body Snatchers, the Specials, any of the two-tone bands, should be able to pull it out. In fact, this is a banging album, man. Still out there today, touring. Buster. I've also got a Rankin Roger version, you know, on 12-inch. This is on white vinyl, this Bad Manners. I'll show you the artwork. Boom. Boom. Look. Yeah, Walking in the Sunshine is my favourite. Yeah, some good ones on here, man. That Sally Brown's pretty good. Skinhead Girl I like as well. Lorraine. Special Brew, man. My Girl Lollipop. The Can. You fat bastard. What name for a tune? You fat bastard. Yeah, I've got that album. I've got Special Brew on 7-inch. I've got Walking in the Sunshine on 7-inch. And I've got Walking in the Sunshine on 12-inch. But this particular LP is on the white vinyl. What did you want? This is Scar, which is side 1, track 1. Boom, there you go, look. Side A is the other side, which is that side then. Where's my vinyl spray? We're going to give it a little spray. To look after my records. That's what I'm going to do in a minute. Order that other stylist for the other one. Anyway, enough chit chat. Let's plug this in. Special Brew, what a tune. The Can, what a mad tune that was. Right, so we've got to plug the amp in. Amp. Decks. Ooh. Mixer. Right. This is a bit tight up here tonight. That's better. So I'm trying to make some room. I've got to put that back in there, look. And we've got to order one. In fact, I'm going to get, I think she comes back tomorrow. Right. Let's plug the mixer in. Like that. Let's turn the amp on. Let's turn the deck on. Let's clean the stylus. Little brush. Right. First tune. And I might even pick one myself.
This is
One, two, three, four. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Actually got this correct tonight. Normally I get lots of feedback. Too much mic gain. Boom. That chocolate one, the chocolate Baileys, is very Moorish. No, the other one. Brushwork warm me up. Anyway, what we're going to have now, we're going to play a tune by Funboy 3 and Bananarama. And this is my Funboy 3 album. Hang on, let me turn this mic gain up just a little bit. This is my Funboy 3 album. Basically, it took me quite a while to find this, which is on, it's a limited edition on the green vinyl. We've got 40 people out there. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000. Check this out. I'll just show you the cover. That's why I like, well, I think that's why I like records. It's, do you know what I mean? MP3s, there's no cover, you know, there's no cover. It's not physical. There you go, look. When the specials broke up, you had these guys. Anyway, what we'll do is cut the mic. And give the record a little clean. Yeah. Check this out. Check this one out. Who remembers this? We'll play this one and then the one on the other side. One, two. This is my favourite bit, when Terry starts singing. That's what gets results. Oh, didn't want to do that, did we? Never mind, we'll go straight on to this one, which is another classic. Check this out. Featuring the Go-Go's. Belinda Carlisle, I believe. Right, next one is going to be the Selector live at the NEC 1980. We're going to play Too Much Pressure. And don't forget, next month you can catch me live in London. I'm going to be streaming live from London from the Selector's concert. So that should be quite interesting from Coco. Because it's the 45th anniversary of Too Much Pressure. 45, eh? Anyway, check this one. What did you say, Pauline? Trojans, eh? I've got a few Trojan tunes. Right, anyway. Boom, boom. Too much pressure.
Right. This one's for you. It's called Too Much Pressure.
Boom. Boom, boom. Two more tunes. Then I've got to charge my phone. Yeah, before New Order, you had the Joy Division. Straight out of Manchester. Straight out of the Hacienda. out to the chat room now. In fact, I'm going to sneak one more in. Sort of playing that one, I've got to play Blue Monday by New Order. And this 12-inch is the best-selling 12-inch ever in history. And to be honest, this New Order 12-inch actually paid for the Happy Mondays. You wouldn't have the Happy Mondays if it wasn't for New Order. You wouldn't have the Hacienda if it wasn't for New Order, which basically funded all of it. Oh. You fell over there. In fact, there's what's that film? 24-Hour Party People. It's a very good film that's worth a watch. Yeah, do believe we've got New Order here. Look, 12-inch. All I can say, what does this come out? 1988. And yeah, I had this one on rewind on my Walkman. Trust me. Anyway, I'm going to spin this one and then dive off, charge my phone, but I'll be back. Yeah. Crazy, really, to think that this 12-inch paid for the Happy Mondays. Paid for the Hacienda. One. Is that postcode? Right. In fact, I'll show you my Liverpool. I've got this Liverpool picture disc, right? That's worth quite a bit of money, man. Anyway, we'll go for this one. Yeah, I've got that mad picture disc, which must be worth quite a bit of dough, I would imagine. Right. In fact, we'll play the other version. L5. I'm trying to think what Bootle comes on. 4 here. I'll play that album one night. Ask me mum, and all Scousers there. You'll be surprised what my mum and all them girls could sing like. And that one there is my mum. That lady there. They're all from Liverpool, all of them. I'll play that. I might even play that later, actually. That was made in 1958. But sadly, she's an Everton supporter, but somebody had to support that team. Obviously, I'm a red. thanks to my Scouse Gran, who made sure I was a red. And there's my mother there. Yeah, I've got to buy a stylist in a minute. One of these bad boys for this other techniques. I mean, loads of it, yeah. Gonna sneak one more in. This is for all you old school rapper people out there. Check this out. Proper rap music. None of that gangster shit they got today. Check this one out. Ooh. Here we go. Yeah, out to Paul there, Mr. Moon, saying he loves my t-shirt. Hello, James. J. James. Just listen to the lyrics on this.
It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under.
We'll have more fun when I get both decks going.
Broken glass everywhere.
People pissing on the stage.
You know the chest don't care. I can't take the smell, can't take the noise. Got no money to move on. I guess I got no choice. Rats in the front room.
Indeed.
Junkies in the
Burgess Art's got the lyrics there.
get away, but I couldn't get far 'cause a man was
Don't forget to subscribe, everybody. I'm hoping to get to 1,000.
I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under. Standing on the front stoop, hanging out the window, watching all the cars go by, roaring as the breezes blow. Crazy lady living in a bag, eating out of garbage pails. Used to be a fag hag, such a that's the tango. Skip the life and tango was hooked on bricks to see the lost her senses. Down at the peep show, watching all the creeps, so she can tell her stories. Took the girls back home. She went to the city and got so severe. She had to get a bitch, she couldn't make it on her own. Don't push me, cause
Got some tapes up here, look. But yeah, I prefer the vinyl.
not too.
Always collected it.
It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under.
Brother's doing fast on my mother's TV. Says she watches too much, it's just not healthy. All my children in the daytime, Dallas at night. Can't even see the game or the Sugar Ray fight. The bill collectors, they ring my phone and scare my wife when I'm not home. Got a bomb education, double digit inflation. Can't take the train to the job, there's a strike at the station. Me on King Kong standing on my back, can't stop to turn around. No a sacroiliac, a middle range migraine, cancer, membrane. Sometimes I think I'm well insane. I swear I might have to have
Anyway, let's. Yep, I need to charge my phone. Anyway, I'll be back, everybody. I'll be back in about half an hour. Now, I bought a new charging cable today, which is basically working very well. And I got a new birthday clock that I bought today. Obviously, I collect clocks. Check that one out. Yeah, boom, that's my biggest one. What I'm going to do, basically up here in this studio room, I'm going to put all my clocks, I think, all on one wall, possibly that wall, because I've got some more downstairs. But I'll just show you that other clock, the one that I found where that woman had thrown out. They had all the water in one side of it. I actually managed to fix it. Check this out. Yeah, I've got some mad clocks. I collect them. This is one of my favourites though. This one I bought off my mate Jez. The size of that. I'll tell you what, I had to raw bolt it to the wall. Yeah. Got a thing about clocks, don't worry. Mad, eh? Yeah, I saw this one today. And I thought, yeah, it is a nice clock, mate. You're playing with your stick, Dave. We'll say no more. Yeah, it is a shame it got wet. I think that's why the woman threw it out. But all I did, I couldn't get into it properly. So I just drilled a minute little hole just to let the water out. Then I sort of just dried the mechanism. Yeah, but I see this one today. I thought I quite fancy this. Quite the retro that did it for me. As my birthday, 54 today. But yeah, I quite like that one. While we're on the subject of clocks, I'll show you my other couple of clocks downstairs. Which is what I've got to move from down here up to there. Let me put, where's that light switch on the floor for that lamp? Here's another one. Got that one there. You like my picture on the wall? And then got another one there. Picture of my mum again. And then if we come over here, see I've got them all around the house. I'm just going to put them all on one wall. It'll look more mad, won't it? Then over here I've got that one that's got to put a battery in. Also, I collect little ones as well. I'm going to put them on the wall. Yeah. In fact, we'll take that one up now, which means I'm going to have to put something else there. I'll just fancy them all on the same sort of wall. That one's quite heavy. I've got to be careful with this one. Oh, over here because the glass is. It's got a slight break on the glass. See that there? Oh, probably can't see it there. This is proper heavy metal. Tick tock, eh? Yeah, I'm going to clean all these clocks and put them on the wall. Clock mad. Yeah, it's something different, isn't it? Let me put these clocks down. That is a bad boy though, that one. That's the. In fact, I was looking at the old grandfather clocks and that, in the old boxes, cuckoo clocks and stuff. But I don't know whether one of them would get on me nerves though. Something that's ding dong like every half hour, and that might do me head in a bit with my ADHD. I'm not too sure, but then again, sitting here at night, laying on that sofa bed, it sounds like you're fucking in some sort of ticking time bomb, but I'm used to it. Yeah, this one, I'll have to. You got a few clocks? That was the water damage side. Sort of have it halfway up or something, you know what I mean? I'll have to drill in the wall. But that thing there is as heavy as anything. The specials. Yeah, I'll play some specials when I come back. I've got to put these torches on charge quick. Because I'm no doubt going to be going back out into my tent. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe everybody, and I'll be back in half an hour.